there and welcome back, where today we're going to be talking about NECRY TALKIE's latest song, at time of posting. And you know what, NECRY TALKIE have always been one of those groups who give us some interesting, fun music, but with a real sense of quality to go with it. Is this song more of the same? Well, from that side at least, yes, but I'm glad to say it's also very different from a lot of the songs that we've heard from NECRY TALKIE before. Now, one comparison that I've been making more and more of recent as I've been listening to this other band recently is the comparison between NECRY TALKIE and Yabai T-Shirts Yasan. And kind of the conclusion I'd come to is that Yabai T-Shirts Yasan are kind of like the more edgy, rockier version of what NECRY TALKIE do, and it's that sort of freedom from too much form, having fun, creating songs that are uplifting, have creative sounds in them, catchy choruses, but at the same time seem to go in directions that you wouldn't normally expect a poppy song to do. Now, I did also add the little side note to that I thought that whereas Yabai T-Shirts Yasan were getting more and more keen on being edgy all the time, it felt like NECRY TALKIE were focusing more on trying to make a sound that was more universally enjoyable for everyone. The interesting thing here is that with this latest offering, this is probably one of the most easy to listen to NECRY TALKIE songs I've ever heard, and yet it does feel like it is also taking them in a very different direction. Now, the core, if you like, center of the song, it's almost a honky-tonk style piano riff that's bouncing around. I would say it's got a ragtime vibe, something like that. It's very sort of bouncy piano, tripleted beats. I really like that aspect of it because that just gives it a sort of immediately infectious rhythm that you can bounce along to and enjoy. And that is a wonderful core. And if it just stuck at that, then maybe it would be something that I would see as just being a sweet, family-friendly kind of song, but there are little aspects that set it above that bring it on to the next level. Now, obviously, it should be pointed out that it does have a really catchy chorus as well, while we're just talking about those basic things that you want to get a pop song to do. So yeah, catchy chorus is there as well. But one of the things that I really like, well, one of the many things I like, as I'm going to start reading them off now, is the fact that it deals with key changes very nicely. There's a lot of little key changes in here, and key changes can be a strange thing. Sometimes they can be a little bit awkward, sometimes they can be there just to add that final kick at the end of the song, what we often refer to as the Eurovision key change, when you do it right in the final chorus to get the big anthemic hit. Here they're just kind of peppered throughout. This song nicely barrels between different sort of feelings. It feels like it's taking little left turns whilst also continuing to really focus on that core. Now, the interesting thing is having that core piano sound and the core rhythm staying roughly the same for the best part of the song kind of lulls you into a sense that the song itself is not doing anything particularly musically clever. But when you look under the surface, you see things like those little key changes coming in. Also, the stopping and starting nature of the rhythm. I really like the drum work here. It sort of comes and goes in a very free-form way. It's not like one of those beats that feels like it has to be there constantly underneath everything. This is a beat where it's played like any other instrument in the band, just kind of coming in when necessary, adding the accentations that are necessary, and really moving with the overall mood of the song. Like I say, when you get into that pre-chorus, it backs off very much. And it also does in the bridge. Now, I like this bridge, and as you guys know, I feel that a good bridge can make a song. I feel that without the bridge here, this again could be written off as just being a nice sort of bouncing along little honky-tonk style happy-go-lucky song, but the bridge adds just that little bit of cheeky, the way it breaks down into something big, dramatic and mellow. It doesn't go dark. I like that. Even though the video goes dark, the song doesn't go dark, but as a general, everything kind of goes mellow from it, sort of spaced out. I almost expected some sitars to suddenly come in and give you this sort of funny thing, is it really stereotypical. When I think about sort of a spaced out Indian scene, I'm sort of starting to think like Beatles, which is of course not the most Indian thing ever, but I'm thinking their sort of drug trip state. So but that's kind of the feel you get, that little breakdown. Now, the breakdown in the bridge does not last particularly long. It's just there to really sort of separate things, and then, as with many good bridges, launch you into the final chorus, as it does so well. So yeah, it's not like a big, long bridge that goes on for a very extensive period of time, but it is a nice breather. It's a nice change of tone. It's dealt with in a way that feels interesting when it comes up, doesn't outstay its welcome, and does help to further add some propulsion to the song rather than be something that slows it down and affects the rhythm in a negative way. So overall, I really like the way this song was put together. I think that they used their smarts to make it something that was very easily accessible, that didn't do anything that was too on its surface trying to shake you off, which some of their other songs, not for me, but I can imagine for a more casual listener would do. For someone like myself and a lot of people who watch this channel, we would call ourselves musos. We're people who listen to a lot of music and a lot of different types of music, probably harder to shake off. But, this is sort of music where we also want it to get through to more casual music listeners, people who don't really listen to music that hard, who don't consider themselves massive music fans. This is a sort of band who can bring those sorts of people in and make them more interested in some, more creative styles of things. So songs like this is a great example of how to do this. This is a sort of song where you could probably play it to like your young kids and they would love it, and it would get them listening to good music with interesting things in those kinds of key changes, those kind of breakdowns that here are not particularly aggressive, but at the same time step above what you would get in a lot of pop. Maybe I am thinking more of Western pop when I say this now. Oh, how weeb of me, but you get my point. Anyway, so yeah, it's a song that perpetuates their sense of fun, skillful musicianship, like I say, the way the musicians all danced around each other, didn't get underneath each other's feet, but still managed to convey a real sense of good quality musicianship in there. It conveyed good writing, arrangement, had a nice bridge, a catchy chorus, and a sense of fun without dumbing down. This is really NECRY TALKIE for me. I'm not saying this is the quintessential NECRY TALKIE song, but this is doing what I want from NECRY TALKIE, bringing me a little bit of surprise, giving me something easy to listen to, and at the same time making me feel like I got a quality product there and a catchy chorus to take home. So anyway, those are my opinions. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys say in the comments as well. The video is a lot of fun. Do go check out the video. All their videos are fun, but this is again another one of those really fun ones. As usual, they're straight-faced in the video, but there's a lot of cool things to watch in this one, so do check it out. And until I hopefully see you very soon for the next one of these, for now, didn't quite get that. Ciao, ciao.